Good morning, viewers. Having one of those mornings where I just don't want to get out of bed. Doesn't make very good content for YouTube, though, does it? And it doesn't get my build done. So I'm going to have to get up. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning already. Alright, give me a minute and I'll get my lazy ass out of bed. Morning and welcome to another video from Alex Does. My name is Alex and yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Had an awesome sleep at camp last night, so welcome back to the video. I haven't had my coffee yet, obviously, because as you can see the fire is just starting to get going, so please excuse me if I do not appear too coherent. So anyway, so moving forward today, so if you saw on last week's video, I started the base for the rock fireplace here. It seems quite solid. I'm still fairly pleased with it at this stage, as pleased as I can be under the circumstances. The outer extremities, the clay, the fire wasn't big enough really to dry or set the clay on the outside. It's still quite soft and moist. Once you get into about here, it's dry. So yeah, I don't know. I'll play that by ear. I don't know if I think I'm going to add a little bit more to it today, but it's not going to be. I'm not going to go too high because, like I said in the last video, if you missed it, I don't want to be putting too much weight and pressure, downward pressure on these rocks and the clay while the clay is wet, because it's just going to deform or collapse. Anyway, I really need it to kind of set as we go. So that's it. So the plan for this morning, obviously I've still got to pack my tent up and get myself sorted for the morning, get a coffee in me. I'm not going to cook any breakfast this morning, so there'll be no cooking on today's episode. I do apologise for that, but that's just the way it goes. And then I'll probably, while the fire's going and while I'm still feeling relatively fresh, I'll go and get another load or two of stone in the backpack to add to the pile, because yeah, I need tons more. I mentioned on last week's video, one of the things that has became very apparent very quickly doing this job is that just how much stone I'm going to need to haul up here. And the stone in this area, there's stone out there, but it's a good 300-400 meter hike away that I have to bring back in the backpack. The other thing too is just how much digging I'm going to have to do to dig up enough clay, which is also a big eye-opener for how much work I'm going to have to do the wattle and door. But it's all so much work. Why the hell did I put myself in this situation? Because it's fun. It's fun, right? It's good to learn new skills and try something new, and hopefully you're finding it entertaining. So that's really what drives me to get this done. So anyway, like I said, I haven't had my coffee, so I'm going to get a coffee in me and wake up a bit, get my tent packed up, and we'll get on with some work. Anyway, welcome back. Nothing like putting on wet gloves, eh? Alright. Coffee's done, fire's done, tent's packed up. Let's get to work, son. And go and get some stone. There's a plant here that I wanted to show actually on camera. Let's see if I can find it. I saw it yesterday, and I've not seen anything like it before, and it's covered in fruit, and I don't know whether they're edible or not. So hopefully someone watching knows what it is, can tell me what it is and tell me whether it's edible. Here it is. Not sure if the camera really picks it up. It's a bit dark, I know. So They're just like a little black berry or fruit. They kind of look like they would be edible. I picked one yesterday and squashed it and put some of the juice on my wrist, and I didn't get a reaction. And then I rubbed a little bit on my lip and I didn't get a reaction. Inside there are soft white pulpy flesh. There's a bit of sun over here. Hang on. They're a soft white pulpy sort of flesh with some black seeds inside. They don't have much of a smell. I'm gonna give it a taste. Hang on. The taste is really neutral, actually. I thought they'd be a little bit sweeter. I'm not going to swallow it. But, yeah, if anyone knows what they are, I'll go and pick another one and bring it back out in the sun. There we go. It's the underside. So yeah, if you know what they are and know if they're edible or not, let me know, because if there's something here that's edible, I kind of want to be eating it. Some of it anyway, just really to test it and try it. You don't want to be taken too much away from the native animals that are going to rely on that for a food source. Anyway, back to the task at hand, finding rocks. I really wanted some larger size rocks, kind of brick size, but there just aren't many around that size. I kind of like ones that have got flat edges on them like that too. Wait, oh, that might be it for this trip. One more. Always room for one more. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's go. Back to camp. Avoid the hole. Right. Let's get these unloaded. Not even going to make a dent. Anyway, I'm going to go get another one. Alright, let's go and get another one. One more. camping is such a relaxing pastime. I highly recommend it. That's the last load for today. Alright, so this time what I did, you can see here, I've just kind of roughly laid a first course of rocks around there dry. Again, as always, the disclaimer, I'm no expert, I've never done this before, I've no idea what I'm doing, I'm just kind of pulling this out of my backside. So, but what I'm going to do now is one by one I'll chuck some of the clay mix under them and around them, and we'll see if we can get them to stick there. Alright, that's the first batch of mud. Used up already, it doesn't go far, so I'm going to have to make up another batch to finish off this side. So I'm trying to use the bulk of the bigger blocks on this first row. I don't know, again, I've got no idea what the hell I'm doing. So, but I kind of like that. And I think at some point, as I go up, what I'll probably end up doing too is make like a looser, sloppier mix, and use that to kind of plaster it all or fill in the cracks and make it look nicer as well. But this is really just about getting the rocks in place, making sure that they're bedded down well, and then obviously a bit of adhesion to each other. So I'm going to mix up another batch of mud and then do the rest of that course. I don't even know if I want to do one on top of that, because like I said, while it's soft, the mud is soft, any weight on top of that is just going to deform or squeeze out the mud in between the rocks and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I don't want to risk it collapsing. Really what I should be doing is get this course done, then light a fire in there to try and accelerate the drying of the clay. Right, more digging. Okay, that's the first course done. It's obviously pretty rough, but like I said, once it's finished, I'll probably plaster over it with a more liquidy mix of clay, just to purely for aesthetics. And the roughness in between the on top really is fine. It'll act like a key to the next course of clay and rock. So, as I mentioned before, I don't want to put a second course on there because I want to wait for that to dry. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do with that today. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that achievement, I think. Cool. Alright, well, I don't know. Well, I might start packing up. I'm pretty happy with that. What do you reckon? I like the size too. What do you think of the size? I know it's hard to tell on camera. Trust me, this place looks a hell of a lot bigger on camera than it is in reality. But I think for the size of this place, I think that's a good size fireplace. Yeah, happy with that. Well, that wraps up another trip. I've come to the end of the 2 days. I hope you really enjoyed the content, and thank you again for coming along. I'm really pleased with what got done in the last 2 days. Again, it never seems like much, but it is so much work physically and time consuming. It's not like I'm getting a load of bricks on a pallet delivered and a bunch of cement and concrete, you know, and that sort of stuff. Plus, remember, I'm a 50-year-old guy and carrying a lot of extra weight, and I'm not entirely that fit. So, you know, I'm just bumbling my way through it, doing the best I can. So I hope you can forgive the rate of progress. But I'm really happy with what happened there with the fireplace, that first course, and the base being down. I'm looking forward to coming back next time and building at least another 1 or 2, possibly 3 courses of rocks on that and build it up. Because obviously the idea is to build a traditional fireplace that comes over at the front, and then a chimney, which might be a bit ambitious, but you never know. We'll see how we go. I'm just going to keep trying until I decide that I can't do it. I thought it might be fun to do a bit of a trip down memory lane. So if you wait just a couple more minutes at the end of the video, I'm going to do a comparison of what it looks like now, and then go back to that very first day where I found this site before I'd started building anything. I think it'd be cool to see how much of a difference it looks now compared to what it looked like back then. So anyway, thanks for coming along for another video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Smash that thumbs up button down below. That really helps the growth of the channel. And feel free to comment. I reply to all comments, and I enjoy the conversation. I really appreciate those who have been showing their support over recent weeks and months, and all those long-time subscribers, and especially also all those new subscribers that have jumped on board. And if you're not subscribed yet and you think you're going to like seeing this content and see where this build is going, go back to the first video and watch it all the way through to here, and then keep watching into the future. Should be fun. But yeah, certainly hit that subscribe and bells button, hit the bells, hit that subscribe button and the bell button for notification. Anyway, you will see me as always next Saturday 8 AM on my channel, Alex Does. Be good. As I'm walking through, I keep coming, and it's starting to open up here. There's this big clearing here, so I don't know if they've been in here maybe in the last year or something and maybe cherry picked a couple of trees or what's going on, but I mean, you can surely see already how much lighter it is in here. Like I said, it's gone 5:30, so it's a lot lighter here than it is back there in the forest more. And yes, I don't know what the deal is here. I'm still not sure about the number of resources, but it's still close to water. It makes it a lot better for filming when you've got open sky like this. So this might be a positive find. And we're back. We are back at the site that I showed you last time. I've decided to come back here and give it a little bit further investigation. I can't deny the fact that you just don't come across spots that are this clear in the bush. this convenient in terms of walking in or hiking in, packing stuff in from the car, close to water, relatively flat. So I'm gonna have to give it a go. So I've come back here this weekend to give it a little bit more investigation. I just want to have a look around, really see what's here, a little bit more investigation, look for some resources, maybe start a bit of a wood pile going, and like I said, get a bit of a feel for the place, see what it's like. Just doing a little bit of light clearing on this one spot here, a little bit more to go. There's a lot of this really dry, brown, grassy looking stuff around. I'll probably end up clearing everything. Everything really will slowly probably get burnt off in the fire, and I'll clear. I think it'll be a really nice spot if I can clear all this dead brush and just have the trees and open space. How nice would it be? I reckon it's awesome. So it's a really big open space. It's lovely. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage from the rain, obviously the rain, but there's been some damage this time round from the rain, as you would expect, and of course it's to the fireplace.